Happy Meat Farms. The name alone paints a picture of rolling green hills, sunshine, and contented cows. Their website is a digital utopia, smiling families, promises of sustainability, and animal welfare. Every ad, every image is crafted to make you feel good about your purchase, as if you're supporting a dream of harmony between humanity and nature. Their mission statement is everywhere: efficient, compassionate food production. They invite you to join their family. Awards, celebrity chef endorsements, and a smiling cartoon cow logo reinforce their image of absolute wholesomeness. But behind this polished surface is the real engine, the workforce. To keep up the illusion, you need people to process, manage, and work the farm. And for every new employee, the journey starts not in the fields, but in a sterile, windowless room. It starts with human resources orientation. Here, the first threads of the beautiful tapestry begin to unravel. The smiling cow logo on the screen starts to look less like contentment and more like a warning. The perfect illusion is about to crack. Welcome to Happy Meat Farms. The orientation video begins as expected. Upbeat music, a friendly narrator named Jane, and a blur of corporate jargon. Jane welcomes new hires to the family, touting core values, innovation, and a sanitized history of humble beginnings. Stock photos, upward trending charts, and reminders of dress code and benefits lull you into passive acceptance. The first half is a celebration of public achievements, commercials, news segments, and their patented enrichment program. The message is clear: you're joining a winning team on the right side of history. The relentless positivity is suffocating, calculated to smother doubt. Every detail, lighting, pacing, Jane's voice sets a baseline of normality and trust. Before they introduce the strange, they ground you in the mundane. This is the sugarcoating on the pill. What comes next is presented as a logical extension, not a terrifying departure. The orientation is a masterclass in corporate indoctrination, but the real story is about to begin. The first sign of trouble is subtle, a shift in language. Suddenly animals are called subjects. The word is clinical, detached. The farm starts to feel less like a pasture, more like a containment facility. Jane's smile never wavers as she introduces strict protocols, restricted zones, and bans on photography. The rules aren't just about safety, they're about secrecy. The non-disclosure agreement is thick, intimidating, and covers not just trade secrets, but anything you see or hear. You're not just protecting a recipe, you're erasing your own experience. The legal jargon is a cage, locking you in. The atmosphere shifts. Employees sit straighter, exchanging nervous glances. The welcome has become a warning. Family now sounds like a cult, bound by secrets and threats. The company demands not just loyalty, but absolute silence. The cracks in the story are now gaping chasms. The orientation is no longer about joining a team, it's about joining a conspiracy. The facade is crumbling. The transition is abrupt. The screen cuts to black, the hum intensifies, and a new section begins: advanced protocols and specimen handling. Jane is gone. In her place, a stern man in a lab coat, face obscured, speaks in a cold monotone. No music, just the hum and his dispassionate voice. He talks about biological assets, genetic material, and viable specimens. Happy Meat Farms isn't just a farm, it's a front for biological acceleration. Flickering images flash: a pig with extra legs, a metallic feathered chicken, a cow with glowing eyes. These aren't animals, they're experiments. The enrichment program is revealed as a tool for control, not compassion. The man details procedures for handling anomalies and containment breaches, implying these horrors are routine. The employee handbook is forgotten. This is the real rule book. New hires aren't welcomed, they're conscripted into silence. The Happy Farm is just the factory floor. This is the research department from hell. The company's true purpose is not to feed families, but to experiment. The smiling facade is gone, replaced by cold industrial horror. The new employees are now part of a vast, hidden operation. The real Happy Meat Farms is revealed. Section 5, Exhibit A, the Specimens. The video drops all pretense. The man in the lab coat presents case studies, alphanumeric codes, not names. Subject 734, a cow, unnaturally long, jerky movements. A success in skeletal elasticity despite grotesque side effects. Next, sheep with leathery hides, an experiment in self-packaging organisms, minimizing waste. The suffering is ignored, only commercial viability matters. Then, A brief, shaky clip, a humanoid shape convulsing on a metal table. The footage cuts out. No comment. Specimen now means anything the farm produces. Animals, mutations, failures, all stripped of identity. Diagrams show altered DNA spliced with unknown elements. Happy Meat Farms isn't breeding bigger cows, it's rewriting life itself. The humanoid figure lingers in the mind. Was it a deformed animal or something else? The video offers no answers, only dread. The line between animal and experiment is gone. The new employees are left to wonder, what else is hidden in the restricted zones? The farm's secrets are deeper and darker than anyone imagined. The orientation plants a seed of terror. The final section is the most insidious. Not more horrors, but how to live with them. Jane returns, smiling, upbeat music playing. The whiplash is deliberate. The message, what you saw, is just part of the job. Now let's get back to being happy, productive team members. Jane talks about cognitive dissonance and workplace adaptation, framing acceptance as a test of mental strength. Employees are taught to build mental walls, separating the public face from the dark reality. Enter the prosperity mindset. Innovation requires sacrifice. Progress has a price. We are building a better tomorrow. These aren't just slogans, they're tools for self-brainwashing. Doubt or guilt. Refocus on the prosperity mindset. Rewards for discretion, punishments for questions. The family protects its own and expels threats. The orientation ends with Jane's warm smile. We are so glad to have you on board. Welcome to the future of food. The new employee is left in shock, armed with psychological tools to ignore the truth. The job is no longer just a job, it's a pact. Complicity is mandatory. Welcome to the machine. The video ends, but the questions begin. What is the real goal? Yield maximization or something far darker? Who truly runs Happy Meat Farms, the CEO or a hidden authority? The humanoid figure suggests experiments have crossed into crimes against humanity. Are the employees conditioned, or do some resist? Is there a secret rebellion? The orientation video itself, with its hidden camera footage, hints at an insider's warning. The farm is a prison for animals, and a psychological prison for humans. The true horror is not just what's done, but what's hidden. The true masters of Happy Meat Farms remain in the shadows. The corporate structure is a facade. Real power lies with those who designed the advanced protocols and authorized the experiments. Their motives go beyond profit. This is scientific hubris, a drive to control life itself. Perhaps they see themselves as visionaries, architects of evolution. Government involvement is possible. The scale and secrecy suggest immense power. The farm could be a weaponized laboratory, a test site for biological warfare or super soldiers. The puppeteers represent unchecked power and a total absence of morality. The new employee isn't just starting a job, they're entering a secret kingdom ruled by invisible masters. The rules of science, law, and decency no longer apply. Happy Meat Farms is more than a horror story. It's a warning. It's about the seductive power of a perfect narrative and how it can mask ugly truths. We want to believe in the smiling cow because it makes life easier. The HR video is a metaphor for societal conditioning. Ads, news, and politics all create a baseline of normality. We're handed our own prosperity mindsets, told not to question the system. Happy Meat Farms warns of science untethered from humanity, of innovators who forget the value of life. When we reduce the world to data, we lose its soul. Next time you see a brand that seems too perfect, remember Happy Meat Farms. The most terrifying secrets hide in the mundane, in handbooks, contracts, and cheerful jingles. Always question the surface. Look for the cracks. The price of a happy meal may be higher than you can imagine. The real horror is what we choose not to see.